All right, and welcome back. We are here with Eric Anderton, founder and CEO of the Construction Profit Blueprint. Eric, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm really, really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. It's great to be spending some time with you guys today.
It's Saturday morning. We got Lance Loveday in here with me, and we're going to grill you on, we're going to ask you a bunch of questions about succession planning. But let's start by just getting to know you a little bit. Tell us about your business and what do you guys do besides advise people on succession planning?
I launched my business in 2013, and I basically do four things. I have a four-step process I use with my clients. I help them to clarify the purpose of their business, articulate the personality or the values that drive their business, build strategic plans they can actually execute, and then focus in on the most important priorities from a 90-day to a 180-day window so that they're really executing what they need to do to be successful.
You had me on focus on the value of my company. That sounds like a very key piece. Now, so Lance, jump in here anytime. Tell us what your thoughts are about the challenges in that succession planning piece. You know, as you're starting to wind down your business and you got to hand it off to that next generation or exit the business, what kind of challenges do us entrepreneurs run into?
I think the first challenge that people run into is that their expectation of how much their business is going to sell for is much higher than it actually.
People think that their company is worth more than what it is.
It's true. It's like, we all think our kids are awesome, right? So you start a business and my business is awesome and you should pay me a lot of money for it.
Why do you think people think that?
Because I think they're unclear on what brings value to their business and why other people would want to purchase it. And unfortunately for a lot of entrepreneurial companies, the value of the business is in the relationships that the CEO has built over the years, particularly in construction, because construction is a relationship business. And as a result of that, people are doing business with people in construction companies, not with a product, so to speak.
So you sell your company and the founder leaves, and next thing you know, hey, where's all the customers?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, so you got the challenges. Now, what do you do at Construction Profit Blueprint to make sure that those challenges are overcame?
Well, first you have to get everyone on the same page. And so you have to sit down with the owners of the business, the major stakeholders, and make sure that they're committed to the future of the organization and that they understand what it is that we want to do for the long term. And that's why I begin by helping them to clarify the purpose of their business and the values that drive them. Because if there's misalignment as far as those things are concerned, it's very difficult to build the type of company that is attractive to other people. And once you've done that clarity, you have to ask, who are the people in my organization that are going to be with me for the long term that can really build value into the company and that I can develop and really seek to retain?
Okay. Now, how often? Go ahead and jump in, Lance, at any time. So
I was going to ask, do people struggle with that first part? I mean, for me, I remember that as a multi-year soul-searching difficult process.
Yeah.
That's something it sounds like you've been able to help accelerate for people, is identifying that purpose and personality.
Yeah, and so it's a great question because, when you ask someone, what's the purpose of your business, the first thing that most people say is make money. And I say amen to that.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because if you're making money in a legitimate business, it's because you're providing value. I don't know about you guys, but to get someone to give you money is hard, right? I'm not going to give you money unless you give me value. Mm-hmm. So once they've answered that, then I ask them, well, why do you want to make money? Why do you want to make money? And then, why do you want to be in business? And I keep asking them why, and it helps them to get real clarity on what it is that they want to do. So one of my clients, he's a construction guy, and you know why he wants to be in business? Because he wants to crush the competition.
Wow. Okay. Competitive guy.
He's competitive, but he's a great guy. You're not going to meet him and think that guy's a jerk, but he just wants to win. Another one of my construction clients, they're in business because they're a family business and they want to spend time with people that they love doing things that they enjoy.
Yeah.
And that took, conversation to get them to that clarity. And without that clarity, it's so difficult to be able to push through the challenges that you have in your business on a daily basis.
And then you got to find the right person to sell to or the right entity that's going to buy it. Do people sell it to their employees more often or on a construction company, or do people sell it to other third parties?
It really depends on the nature of the construction company. Most construction companies, if they don't have a service arm that has some value to it apart from the jobs that they're building on an ongoing basis, they're beginning now to really understand that I need to structure it in such a way so I can transfer it to my key employees and then get value from it as a result of that transfer.
Yeah, we had John Stump, Flint Builders, on the show not too long ago, and he talked about
John's awesome. I
Yeah,
love John.
great
He's
guy.
a great guy.
He does large
They're going to
commercial
be doing
projects.
Thunder Valley, man.
Yeah,
They're going to be rocking
John's
that.
great, and he, as one of the top employees in his company, he was basically the guy running the company. He and his team got together and bought the company
Exactly.
because they had a tough time figuring out a way to transition. Now, what advice would you give to somebody else in that situation? You're the employees in that situation, and you know that the owner of the company is not going to want to retain that thing forever. What advice could you give to a key man or a key employee?
To the key employee, well, I would start with the owner first and make sure that the people who you think want to buy the business or the ones that you want to transfer the business to actually want that. Because some people, if I'm a dad and I started my construction company, I got my son in the business, I'm thinking son wants the business and son may not want the business.
Right.
So you've got to be clear on that from the ownership perspective. And then what you're looking for is you're looking for a company where you have established relationships and a good reputation and a real ability to build a project profitably and consistently. So that has everything to do with the quality of your labor force and the quality of your superintendents and also the quality of your estimators as they're able to bid work in such a way that you can win it and build it on a profitable basis.
So if you're a key man at a successful company and you know that the founder is not going to be there forever, that's probably and there's no kids running around that are going to take over the company. That's a great opportunity probably sitting there in the making.
And see, this is one of the things about construction that I love. Construction is a business that if you get into it and you learn it and you're willing to work hard, you can have such an incredible career and build great businesses. And construction is sort of denigrated by people because it's a lot of hard work. And, the generations that we live in now, not so many people are willing to get dirty and go out there and hustle. But, man, if you get into construction, like coming out of high school, you can make $50,000 with no debt, just boom, right out of high school. Yeah. And if you go through a construction management program like the one at Sac State, and you come out there with a degree and you get into a good company and learn how to run projects and learn how to get out into the field and hustle, dude, you can have an awesome career and you can learn how to build your own business.
Wow. Such opportunity out there. Now, Lance, you guys have multiple companies. You got the new one starting, where you may bring on some investors. What do you see as far as the transition for your company? Your kids are little. You got a pair of 9-year-olds and a 12-year-old. What's going to happen as your business transitions?
Well, I've got a couple of kids that are pretty ambitious, and they're already asking questions about taking over the company, which I find humorous at 9 years old.
That's awesome.
But it is cool. But one of the things I'm passionate about is enabling opportunity for our employees as well. And so I love the idea of building an ESOP or some way to share upside with the employee base over time, and that's something I'm really passionate about, and I think is going to really pick up steam in future years.
And we're running out of time, Eric. Any closing thoughts just for us entrepreneurs in terms of, hey, we want to progress and exit our company gracefully, give opportunity to our team if possible. Any closing thoughts?
My closing thought is this, is that you have to be able to identify the talent that you have in your organization that are going to be able to step into roles in the future. And then you have to ask, what are the competencies that they need in order to upgrade their game, so to speak? Yeah. What do I need to get them to learn, and what positions do I need to put them in so that they can learn the skills that they must have in order to take the company on to the next generation?
Yes. Got to get the right people ready, get the right guys on the bus. Thank you, Eric, for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
You bet. It was very informative, and it flew by, so I apologize for that. But we only got so much time. I've got to thank our sponsor, Limitless Limo, LL916. And I got to ask the question. This is of you, Lance, a little bit. Some people want more Mark Haney. Some people, they don't want as much as others. And, I had a friend send me an email, and she was listening to one of our past shows. And it was the one where we talked about the song "Stuck in the Middle with You," and we kind of got a little bit sentimental during that song, and it meant something. And she said she, got her a little bit teary. And I guess if you want more Mark Haney, one of the things you could do is you can go back to our website, haneybiz.com, and you can watch some of our past shows, which we've had some pretty good shows. So I'll throw the question out to you, Lance. What is there a show that you would recommend beyond this show to listen to?
I've enjoyed a number of them, and I listened to them on the podcast a lot. I mean, the show with Kevin Nagel I thought was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
mean,
good.
such an amazing, accomplished individual.
Billionaire Kevin Nagel, yes.
Yeah, things that he shared were great. Matt Clemens, I just found really inspirational.
Yes.
A really neat person. Jack Crawford, of course. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, Lokesh, I think last week.
Lokesh was
I mean,
great. It was fun.
you know,
Tom, how about you? What do you think? You got a favorite show?
Unfortunately, I'm not mic'd
Oh,
up.
you're not mic'd up. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's okay. We've got, if you want more Mark Haney, go to haneybiz.com. You can watch some of our previous shows in the archives. You've got me even singing to my wife at the end of one of the shows, which, did we delete that show?
No.
Oh,
That's
it's still there?
one of my favorites.
Okay, yeah.
We're
It's
leaving that one on there.
there's some good laughs. There's even a couple of times when you might get a little bit misty, and definitely going to hear from some real-world entrepreneurs. Next week coming up, we have Jessica Wink and Friends, and this will be a week that you might want to go onto Facebook Live or watch the video because Jessica is a fitness expert and life coach, and this may be the one to watch because she is not hard on the eyes, and she is bringing friends. So I will have some closing thoughts in just a minute about living with regrets. This is Entrepreneurs Unlimited on Facebook Live, also broadcasting on Sports 1140, KHDK, streaming live podcast on YouTube at haneybiz.com. Life and entrepreneurship are a series of opportunities. Did I leave it all on the field? Did I give everything I had to make it work? Did I leave no stone unturned? Like my wife Stacy, just cranking out the 50 things that she has to get done before she turns 51. Did I step up? Did I rise to the occasion when my name was called? Or did I shrink? Some of us, we shrink when it's time to step up. And
Well, it's cold out there.
we don't step up like we should. And, Tom, are you honest? I'm back here with Marcus Haney and Tom Cisneros, and, we ask ourselves the question, was I honest with myself about my passions and my dreams? Did I really go after my stuff, the things that were important and are important to me? Or was I chasing somebody else's dream? Did I drink that last drop of opportunity that's been given to me?
Well, I tell you what, I'm not done with that yet. That's for sure. I mean, I may be 52 years old, but I've got a lot in the tank. I know that I walk with a limp for a reason, and that's because I did leave it all on the field.
I'm sorry for laughing. I thought you were setting up a joke.
Oh my goodness! But I do. I'm beat up, man. I mean, I've broken most of my ribs, couple back surgeries. All my fingers have been broken at one time or another.
Wow.
And I was a competitive snow ski racer, and I had my eyes set on the Olympics, and I didn't get there, although some of the people that I grew up ski racing with actually went to the show, and it was really great to watch them perform and be a part of that grandeur that always kind of was
No
hanging in my mind.
regrets, living the life to the fullest,
Yeah.
taking risk, risking your life on the ski slopes. How about you, Marcus?
What was the question?
Have you led a life, right? Have you seized the opportunities that have been put forth in front of you to the best? Did you leave it all on the field?
I try to live my life with that. I try to leave it all on the field every single day. When I come to work, I try to leave it all in the office and put every ounce of energy, ounce of mental capacity that I have towards everything I do.
And we missed you last week. You weren't here. Where were you? Were you seizing an opportunity?
He was seizing an opportunity.
I sure was.
Where were you? Where were you last week?
I was in Long Island, New York.
Okay, and
Little
what kind of
iced tea.
opportunity? What kind of opportunity were you in the process of seizing?
A new life opportunity.
Maybe
Very
you should
cool.
break that down for us. We don't exactly know what you mean, and I know the listeners don't.
Okay, well, my girlfriend lives in New York, and she's moving out here to California at the end of the
Atta
month. So
baby.
I was out getting all prepared
He's
to. We're going
gotta-
to make the drive across the country. It's going to be fun. So
Eliminate that long distance relationship and get her here. Now that's a big leap of
It
faith.
is.
That's for her to jump across the country or for you to make that
Absolutely.
happen.
And I have
Wow.
no regrets or no.
regrets.
That's
No.
the way.
I was a member of I'm a member of this entrepreneurs organization, and Lance is the president of the local chapter. But I'm in one that, I was in one that was for a little bit larger organizations, and we're in the Colorado Rockies boardroom, and we're around having one of these discussions about regrets, right? Even the name of our group was No Regrets, No Excuses, NRNE. That was the name of our forum. And because, we should live life where you don't have any regrets and no reason to make excuses. Excuses are a waste of time. Well, anyway, we're sitting in the boardroom. One of the guys owns part of the Rockies. And I can't tell you what everybody said when the question was raised, but if you only had a certain amount of time to live, what would you do differently?
Gulp.
If you only, and I'm going to ask this of you guys, because it really made me think. Some of the people, when they got this question, got a little bit choked up. Just quickly, Marcus, if you had 1 year left to live, what would you do differently?
Well,
1 year.
I have a 4-year-old. His name's Hunter. I would try to spend as much time as I possibly could with him and teach him that he should live his life with no regrets as well.
You're a great dad, dude.
Thank you.
I love that little guy.
All right, Tom, let's ask you the same question. If you had 1 year left to live, what would you do differently?
Can I say boats and hose? Can I say that?
I don't know if you can.
Okay. Well, then, if I can't, I completely take it back.
Okay,
But if I'm going to take that seriously, which and I apologize for, I always trying to offer some brevity, but
You do. You lighten it up. It's not just a shirt. You lighten it up.
It's not my Curious George shirt. I was really fortunate to be put in a situation years and years ago to bring an amazing young man into our family. He was 14 years old, and I can look at myself in the mirror at the end of every given day and say, you know what, you made a difference in somebody's life.
Yeah.
I can hold this together. I really can. But having said that, I would want to continue to do that. I think if I had a year left and I knew that's really all I had, I would try to make a difference every single day in somebody's life. Whether it's putting a smile on their face or help them be better, it means a lot to me, and it makes me feel great about taking every breath that I have day in and day out. So I think I just want to make a difference.
Yeah.
You're
relevant.
truly selfless, Tom.
You
Appreciate
are,
that.
Tom. You've done a lot for others. You do a tremendous amount for this show, and it's just, in our group of companies. So
Thanks, man.
it's definitely appreciated. And it's just, I think the exercise that we're going through in terms of would you do anything differently if you had only a shorter period of time? It kind of reminds you of that song, Live Like You're Dying. And,
Yeah.
Doing everything. Don't let anything get by you, and, really seize those opportunities. And really, you brought up the way we treat people. And I think that that's something so important. I touched on it at the beginning of the show, just my little comment, thanks, right? To Richard Bach, and I sometimes find that I don't show the gratitude that I wish. So if I had to change something, I think I would spend maybe the last days of my life, the last year, just really, I think, finding a way to show people how much I appreciate them. And I think I sandbag sometimes on the gratitude side. I don't need to say thank you every time. I don't need to make a big deal about it every time I'm happy with something and appreciative. I just say thanks. And sometimes that is, I don't know, I think it's taken the wrong way. We get busy and we just don't do it. And so, I don't know, I would just like to say that was what I would do if I had a year left. But what? Tom, you mentioned this as we kind of think about what our life's all about, and no regrets, and leaving it all on the field. I can't help, and when I say leaving it all on the field, I'm really thinking, when you're out there playing football or any other sport, did you leave that last drop of sweat, effort, blood? Did you leave it on the field? Did you do everything possible to win that game and do the best that you can? And I think if I was to say, hey, I'm going to leave it all on the field. If I'm going to leave it all on the field, and today was my last day, right? If I knew today was my last day, what would I do different? And I think I would focus on the gratitude. I think I have that. There's really two unresolved issues or concerns that I carry, and I'm not going to call them regrets, but they stay with me as I contemplate what life's all about. And it's really about gratitude. Did I say thank you? to the people that made my life possible.
This is a great forum to do it right here, right now.
Yeah. Did I make you proud? Right? Did I make you proud? Did I show my appreciation, and did I make you proud? I mean, I think there's places in our heart where we don't go sometimes that are hard to get to. And, you know, I hate, I've had some tough things happen in my life, but we don't go there sometimes. You know, I hate cancer. You know, I hate brain aneurysms. You know, there's things that happen in our life. There's tragedies that happen in our lives that affect us. And you know what? I just got to say thank you to God for giving me this time that I have. You know, if I'm looking back and this is my last day, I just got to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here. I've had a good time. I've had some fun, and I appreciate the life I've been given, and I hope I made you proud. To my mom, who was my best friend. To my dad, who didn't coach me a lot, but he taught me a lot. To my brother, who battled alongside me in business every step of the way, stood by me when I was at my weakest, and stood alongside me when I was at my best. I want you to know I appreciate you, and I hope I made you proud. To my wife Stacy, and my children and my grandchildren, and my current team, the people that I see every day when I go into the office, to my true friends, my business partners, I hope you know my gratitude. I hope you know that I would be nowhere without you. And I hope I make you proud. And to my entrepreneurial friends, right? We got these to my community, to this community, to the people who are sharing in hometown patriotism, to the job creators, to the risk takers that are working to make this community what it is. I'm right by you guys. And I want you to know, if you're listening to this show, that I appreciate you. That I appreciate you very much. And I hope I made you proud. So if I had to die today on the way home from this studio, I want you guys to know I left it all on the field. I want you guys to know I left it all on the field. And I want you, the man upstairs, the people looking out from the sky, that I left it all on the field. Never above you, never below you.
Always by your side.